everyone, I welcome you all to Vaish Courses YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to make a critical analysis of this topic, that is, why is the inflation increasing in the world? In the whole world, why is the inflation is increasing? Okay, this is the topic that we are going to discuss in today's video. And before starting the actual video, let me remind you to subscribe to this channel, like the video, share it with your friends, relatives and neighbors. Accordingly, you also need to give your feedback in the comment box. So we will work upon if there is any issues regarding the videos. Okay, let's start the video. So initially, let's see what is inflation. Inflation is not that thing in which the price of one good or one service is getting increased. For example, if the price of the tomatoes is getting increased in the market and the all other products are normal, it is not said to be as inflation. Okay, it is said to be an inflation only if most of the goods and services available in the market are getting increased, then it is called as inflation. If you see why is it happening, why is the inflation is occurring in the global level, if you see, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, global supply chains have got highly disturbed, and this is recovering slowly now. As if you see the newspapers, you will be able to know it is slowly recovering now. And if the estimations of the FAO says that global food prices today has reached the highest level in the past, like in the last decade, and it is compared to the last year, food prices have gone up to 30% as the estimates of FAO have told. And cereal prices have been increased by 22% compared to last year, and vegetable oil has increased by more than 10%. And the crude oil prices in the international market have also been fueling the inflationary tendencies. Coming to the report published by LiveMint, about 50% of the items in India that are used for calculating the retail inflation are seeing over 6% inflation. But what is the healthy range according to RBI? It should be under 4%. But the prices of an item actually depends on the demand and supply of that item, right? So the prices go up in case of supply deficit, and similarly prices go down when there is a supply surplus also. For example, how this demand and supply will lead to inflation is, if you take an example, if there are 10 bananas that are produced on that particular day, and there are 100 people who are ready to purchase this 10 bananas. Okay, there are 100 people who are ready to purchase this 10 bananas. So this each banana will cost only 5 rupees initially. Okay, each banana cost only 5 rupees initially. So 100 people have 5 rupees, so they wanted to purchase this 10 bananas. Everyone have a capacity to purchase, so the demand is high. So what will the seller will do? He will try to increase this product so that the demand will be decreased. So he will try to increase the price of the product. What he'll do? He'll raise the price of the item from 5 to 20 rupees. Okay. Now what happens? 50% of the people don't have 20 rupees, because of which the demand decreased till 50 people. So only 50 people wanted to purchase this 10 bananas. Now also there are only 10 bananas, on contrary to 50 people. Like 50 people are there, they wanted to purchase this 10 bananas. Okay. So what happens is, again he will try to increase this price of this product from 20 to 50. Okay, now he kept this product's rate as 50 rupees for each banana. So what is happening? The price is getting increased in order to decrease the demand on that product. So there are only 20 people who are likely to purchase this banana because they have 50 rupees and they are willing to. Okay, so in this way the prices will get increased because of the increase in demand and the decrease in the production. As bananas are less produced and demand is high, because of which the prices of the banana are getting increased. So this is an example that I wanted to give. So the healthy range of inflation that should be there in an economy is 2% to 4%, as said by Reserve Bank of India. And coming to, if there is any inflation that is more than 4%, then the economy will have a detrimental impacts on it. And demand and supply, both sides of the global economy were affected by the pandemic, because of which there is an inflation in the global level. Okay. So, in order to counter this slowdown effects, the Indian government has announced the stimulus package worth 6.29 lakh crores were announced by the Indian government in order to counter the slowdown effects because of the inflation, because of which are caused due to the demand and supply imbalance. After the lockdown, if you see, the supply side could not cope with the increased demand side, causing the inflationary situation in the country, because of which inflation has caused. Okay. And if you see the conductor shortages, because of which the inflation has increased, um, many have actually lost their jobs due to the closing down of the production lines and operational slowdown, right? Many have lost their jobs. So, because of which there is a workers' crisis that has created. If you see, because of the lockdown, many have opted for the digitally backed sectors, and also they choose to work as part time workers. Right. If you see, many people, many of the workers, or the many of the people who were working in the companies actually started to work from home. And there are many laborers who migrated to their own hometowns and they did not work. Okay. Because of this workers' crisis, the production has actually decreased. But as this people, the employees in the companies went towards their home by doing the work from home job, so there was an increase in demand for the semiconductors, as semiconductors will be useful in the making of chips. Okay. Will be helpful in the chips industries. What happens is, there was an increase in demand of these chips, because many people wanted to purchase laptops, many people want to purchase phone, who were not having the laptops and phones earlier. These were actually usually provided by the company before, but because of the lockdown, because of the work from home, they were in need of purchasing these laptops and all, because of which, if you have observed, there was an increase in the price of the laptops in the lockdown, because many people wanted to purchase. And in their leisure times, what happened is, people wanted to involve themselves in some gaming activities. Many people were involving in the gaming activities, because they have got lot of time in their hands, they wanted to just do time pass, because of which they were playing games. If you have seen, you must have played ludo in the demand for the ludo game have got increased during lockdown. People started playing PUBG, who actually never preferred games, also started playing, because of which there was an increase in demand for the chips, because of which the chips industry was increasing. And if you see, many people after the lockdown also, they wanted to opt for the digitally backed sector, and they just wanted to work as a part time workers. And there are many people who wanted to work as entrepreneurs. They stopped working under one person, they wanted to be their entrepreneurs and wanted to start their own particular jobs. Okay. And it also affected the socio-economic well-being of women. Many people lost their jobs, and they have took the domestic work. Even after the lockdown, what happened, because of the patriarchal system, these families got an alternative for making women to work from home itself. Like, they have got a alternative for the women to work from home itself. So this also created a inflation. Because of the huge demand of this semiconductors, there was an inflation in the semiconductor sector. And coming to the climate change and production, if you see, before pandemic also, climate change was already affecting the global food systems, as we all know. And because of the high rainfall or floods or something other climatic activities, this has actually reduced the food production in the agricultural sector. And according to an estimate, more than 30% of the crops in India were destroyed by the floods. Because of the floods, they were destroyed. There was a food crisis before itself due to the climate change. And climate change and natural calamities have actually affected the global and the local food production and the supply systems also, because of which there was an inflation in this food crops and food related items also. And coming to the shipping and transport crisis, if you see, 90% of the global trade is carried out through the shipping industry itself. Though the number of large cargo ships have increased, the growth in number of big enough ports have not increased in that proportion. So at one time when there is a need to have a 2 month to unload a container sent from China to America and come back, it is taking more than 3 months now. Okay. And if you see another thing, there is an increase in the oil prices, which has also escalated the shipping cost by at least 10 times as compared to last year. And the changes introduced by various countries and their respective immigration laws have also impacted the export chains. So these are some factors related to ships, and also climate change and the food crops and also the semiconductor industries where inflation have took place in the global level. And there are some other factors too. If you see the global energy crisis, this is also leading to the inflation. Because of the energy crisis, there is a huge demand, but there was no supply for that demand, because of which there is a inflation. And coming to the geopolitical instability and the constant trade friction between the China and USA, this has also encouraged the inflationary tendencies. And COVID-induced lockdown has also took a hit on the health of the medium, small and micro enterprises in India. Like large companies were able to sustain, but these MSMEs were not able to sustain after the lockdown. So this led to the closing down of MSME units, and it also caused a scarcity of jobs as well as a manufactured items. And coming to the inflation in India, there was a rising prices of the crude oil in the single biggest factor, because of which there is a rising inflation in India. As you have seen, till the recent times, there was a high prices of the crude oil. This is acting as one of the biggest factor for the increase in the inflation, because the production which is dependent on the transport, or which is directly or indirectly related to crude oil, will also get disturbed, because of which the prices will get increased, right? This is acting as a factor in India. And there is a over dependence on imports for some items such as edible oil is also fueling the inflationary trends in India. And also more than 90% of the Indian workforce is engaged in the informal sector with meager income and vulnerability. And the lockdown has reduced the contribution of the MSME sector from 57 to 20%. This is also one of the reasons for the inflation. And coming to the conclusion, governments across the globe are taking initiatives to curb on the demand pull inflation nowadays, and they have to work more upon this in order to decrease the inflation, and because of which the economy will run smoothly. Hoping with that, let's conclude this session. And I want to remind you to subscribe to this channel again, if you have not subscribed it, and give your feedback in the comment box and like the video, and don't forget to share it with your friends, relatives and your family members. Thank you everyone. Let's meet with another interesting topic in the next class. Until then, take care. Bye bye.